Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Olsen, and today I'm going to do an update on my Pandos Eyeshadows project. So I have 5 eyeshadow pans that I've been working on, and I managed to reach my goal on one of those eyeshadows, which is from the BH Cosmetics Smitten in Switzerland palette, and it is the green metallic shade called Bern. I'm sorry if you can hear a lot of birds in the background. That's because we've made a little like feeding station right outside our window, and there's a bunch of birds outside right now. I'll see if I can manage to film them because they're so cute. So cute. Okay. Anyways, this is the shade that I have been working on. I reached my goal of 20 uses on this one, and I'm really happy about that. I really enjoy this palette. One of my favorite palettes. So happy that I got to try this brand out. I kind of want to try more palettes from this brand, but I think this is maybe the one that suits me the best, or the one that has the most eyeshadows that I feel are lacking in my collection. For example, that green shade. This orange shade is also so pretty. Let's see. This one. The Mount Pilates, like all of these metallics are so unique and pretty. So if you can get your hands on this one, I don't know if this is still available, but I absolutely love it. And then we have the Balm Nude Beach Volume 3. Pretty new palette to me. I got this for my birthday, and I am working on the shade Bright. I have a usage goal of 20 on, let's see, on this one right here. And so far I've used it 11 times. Really enjoy this palette, by the way. I am very close to reaching my goal on this one, so I think by next time I'll be done with this one. This is the Mekka Punk Huda Beauty eyeshadow palette, and the shade that I'm working on is this matte brown shade called Troublemaker. So I have a usage goal of 20 on this one. So far I've used it 16 times. This is the least used eyeshadow palette so far in the project. I just rolled this in last time, and my usage goal is 20 on this one too, and I've used it 6 times, and it's called Umber the Sun. It is like a matte brown shade, pretty dark, but it's actually really pretty. I have it on today. I have most of these shadows on today. I just have my glasses on today because I have a really bad headache, so it's better for me to wear my glasses. But I have applied my cream eyeshadow in Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury, and then I did this darker brown shade in the outer parts of my eyes. I did the Balm Bright shade in my crease, and I did a Colourpop Super Shock shadow like on top of my lids. I cannot remember the name. Is it Party of 5? I can't remember, but that's my look today. Oh, and I have the matte lighter brown shade from the Punk palette along my lower lash line. And I also have a little bit of an eyeliner called Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury as well, which is like a reddish burgundy brown. I really love that eyeliner. So that's my look for today. Then I have my So Jaded palette by Catlin Lights in Colourpop. I'm working on the diamond shade. I have 8 uses so far, and my usage goal is 20 on this one. I'm going to show you the eyeshadow looks I've been doing this time around. I don't have too many because I've just been struggling a lot with my MS lately, and I haven't been able to do my makeup as often as I would like, but I do have 3 or 4 looks I want to show you today. And also my gold eyeshadow that I always am including from Inglot. I just want to see how many uses it takes for me to hit pan on this one. And I'm going to see if I can add this up, because I did work on this last year too, and I had so many uses on it last year. And this time around I have 32 uses like so far this year, because I haven't been like, it hasn't been my main focus, but I did want it to track it just to see. And it's incredible how much eyeshadow there is in these pans. I am very impressed. So that's that. And then, oh, there's one bird that's just so beautiful. It is so pretty, but every time I try to film them, I just scare them, but I'm very fascinated by them. So this first eyeshadow look, I only used shades from the Bern, from the BH Cosmetics palette, the Smitten in Switzerland. And I also used Bern. You can't really see it, I don't think, but I did use it in the outer part of my lids, and I did the metallic taupe that's in that palette as well. And then in my next eyeshadow look, I did a mix of the gold shade from Inglot, and I did a little bit of this yellow shade in the inner corners of my eyes. I did a bit of an orange that's in my Colourpop, my So Jaded palette, and then on top of that I applied that diamond shade from the So Jaded palette. I don't know which one of these makeup looks you find interesting. I mean, this is kind of boring, I guess. I really like it. It is just a hint of that Bern shade from Smitten in Switzerland. And then I just did this in the crease, Alphorn, I don't know how you pronounce that shade, the name of the shade. And then I did a little bit of Geneve. This is like a beautiful metallic-y, taupey-ish, brownish shade. Kind of hard to describe. And then a little bit of Bern as well in the outer part of my lid. It's pretty simple and it's pretty subtle, but I really like it. And then lastly, I want to show you this one, because here I did a mixture, because I am working on that cream eyeshadow in Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury as well in another project. And so I mixed that with the Bern shade from the BH Cosmetics palette. So kind of green on the outer part and warm pink in the inner part of the eye. I really liked how that looked. And yeah, that is it. So usually I choose a new shade from my Pretty Random app, or using my Pretty Random app to just choose a new shade to work on for the coming few weeks. But I only have one more update left before my finale, and so I thought I just looked at what I've been working on this year, and I looked at what are the palettes that I haven't been working on that hasn't been included in the palette, in the project at all this year. And so I found that there are 7 palettes that I haven't included or worked on at all so far this year, and I thought that maybe for these last few weeks, like for my next update and my finale, I still want to work on and reach my goals on the palettes I have left in my Pan Those Eyeshadows project pan. The Balm palette, the Makeup Mekka palette, and Milani and So Jaded palette. Those I still want to work on and try to reach my goal on those, but I also kind of want to work on these. I think I just want to make sure to use all of these palettes at least once before my finale. I think that's going to be my goal. So I'm going to quickly go through the palettes I have left in my eyeshadow palette collection. So the first one is the Makeup Mekka Back to Basic Burnt Tones. This I sort of decluttered from my freelance makeup artist kit, and I got rid of a bunch of palettes, but I decided to keep this for my private makeup collection, and so I have not used this at all since I included it in my eyeshadow collection, and I just want to make sure to use it. Oh my gosh, these birds are they're so sweet. I'm getting distracted. Okay, I want to make sure to use this palette at least once. It's a very easy, everyday, warm-toned, beautiful for fall palette, and I can easily mix it with some of the other eyeshadow palettes I have already included in my project. So that's that, and then we have the Colourpop Star Wars Mandalorian The Child Pressed Powder Palette. A beautiful palette. I believe I got this last summer, and I have used it this year, barely, I think, maybe once or twice, but I want to make sure to use it at least one more time. It has mainly green shades and a little bit of browns and a gold, and it is a beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow palette, and I think it's gorgeous for fall as well. I love some greens during the fall. Then we have an older Colourpop palette. It is called Take Me Home. It's one of my go-to travel palettes, and this has warm browns, very similar actually to this Back to Basics palette. Let me see, how similar are they? They have a similar vibe to them, but I feel like these are even warmer, and they are really beautiful. So I'm going to make sure to use this once. And then I have my Essence I Like to Move It eyeshadow palette. The writing has all come off. It is, people are raving about these palettes. This is my least favorite palette. Well, maybe not anymore after I got this one last month, but up until then this was my least favorite because the metallics are just not very good. The matte shades in this palette are really nice. I really like those, but the metallics are just really bad. I think it's one of the worst eyeshadow formulas I have ever tried. So very patchy, very just not easy to work with. But the tones of these eyeshadows are beautiful, and I'm going to make sure to use this at least once. I'm quickly mentioning this because I talked a lot about this last time, but this is my newest eyeshadow palette from BeautyAct by Kix. Silver Mania Eyeshadow Quad is the name. I have another one in this series that I absolutely love, and I was very disappointed with this one, but the colors are beautiful, and I'm going to try to use this at least once. Next, I have my Natasha Denona Mini Retro Palette. it's a shame that I haven't been able to use this some more this year, but I am going to use it at least once now, and I'm really looking forward to it. I've kind of just forgotten about how I really feel about this palette. I remember being a little bit underwhelmed, but it's just been so long since I've used it, so gotta refresh my memory. And then I have the BeautyArt Petites Forest Lilas. Probably didn't say that right. And it's just the cutest little quad of beautiful taupes. These are just gorgeous. And so I cannot wait to use this eyeshadow palette. And I'm actually really excited that I made this decision. And I think that's what's great about just the panning, all the panning projects. And I know that, you know, they have some set rules and you're supposed to kind of follow them. But I do see that a lot of people are altering them according to their needs and just what they feel like. And they're not hurting anyone by changing the rules a little bit on these projects. And I do that myself as well. I think it's fine. This is just for fun. So this is not according to the Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan rules to include these at the end of the year, but that's what I'm going to do because I feel like that's just the right thing to do with my eyeshadow collection. I don't want to neglect any of my eyeshadow palettes, so I think that's just the best decision. So that is it for my update. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again very soon. Yeah. Bye.